Eid-el-Fitri, the Muslim festival marking the end of 1 month Ramadan fast, is upon us. And to ensure a hitch-free celebration across Nigeria, the Department of State Services, DSS, has urged Nigerians to be security conscious. In a message signed by the Director of Public Relations and Strategic Communications, Peter Afunaya, the DSS urges everyone to celebrate responsibly, exemplify the true essence of the event, and strive for common humanity based on harmonious coexistence, good conscience, and neighborliness. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Police Command announced that some parts of the state will witness increased roadblocks and patrol to checkmate criminalities during the Eid-el-Fitri celebration. And the command also said its operatives have been deployed to man prayer grounds to ensure safety of lives and property during the festive period. Double O, I'll come to you on this because, you know, the festivity, like you said, like I read earlier, is upon us. And people are really getting ready to break their fast. But this concerns of security is still an issue. What do you make of this?
Yeah, it is a good thing that the security agencies are letting us know all the things that they are planned to make sure that there is security. And it is also something of a surprise that at this age or at this time, things like that are happening. I know that in the world has changed, even not only in Nigeria. Security has become something that everybody is conscious about. Gone were the days when during this kind of festivities, you see a lot of crowds and everybody going, nobody cares. In fact, there were not even security agencies and a prayer ground, and either it's a mosque or church and so on. But the world has changed. And I like that aspect that Ogun State has done.
Right. Because
in all honesty, I must confess to you that in the Southwest, Ogun State is becoming like a sore thumb. Criminal activities, all these calls and so on and so forth. And there is a need for special hand to handle this. And the commissioner, I want to challenge the commissioner to see that he deploys a lot of, sometimes it is not the number that you deploy that matters, but it's their expertise.
Right.
Because sometimes we always think it's numbers that matter. No, because you deploy 200 policemen does not mean they can man the place. Right. Sometimes 15 can even do better than those ones. Because what we need is for them to be super efficient. And it's also necessary that they are well equipped. Because a situation where you have them carry just AK-47 and all that, it may not help. AK-47, good, but they also need communication gadgets. Because when anything happens, if they communicate, are they able to get to the radio room or wherever, the emergency room and all that? These are the things that we must focus on. The security agencies must focus on equipping their men, because it is not numbers that matter, as I said earlier on. It is that gadget. You know, there are sometimes you see some, especially when you see foreign security agencies, you see the kind of gadget they are carrying on them. And you know that a simple press of a button on one like this, a signal is already wherever it will go. So we also need to study that and equip our security agencies in that light, right, to make sure that it is not their number, but they are also in terms of weapons.
Right. Mikhail, if you were to look at this situation critically from your own perspective, what would you suggest or what would you proffer as a means to address the situation of insecurity, knowing that the Ramadan fast is ending and people are going out to celebrate?
Yes, I agree absolutely with the DSS that this is a time for us to be really careful, security conscious, to report activities of suspicious people, and to be generally vigilant. And the DSS is saying, look, we are going to work with sister agencies to ensure that we protect our people better. And when you look at what the Ogun State Police Commissioner Abiodun Lamotu has done, it is the right thing to do. We always challenge the police to be proactive rather than being reactive. They have identified flashpoints, and they said all of those flashpoints, they are going to put their men. There will be much more patrols. You know, I've always preferred the vehicular patrols to even static checkpoints. The criminals fear vehicular patrols, you know, mobile. Yes, I mean, not than simply sitting, standing in one spot.
Because they know where they are.
So I prefer that. Now they said what they've identified those flashpoints, and I was looking at those flashpoints. Onegari, which is around the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, is an old road linking Abeokuta to Ibadan or Meadio. Odeda community was the old Awolowo, those old Awolowo farm
settlements,
farm centers and all that. The road is always quiet.
Right.
More people will use the other route. So for that reason, the police have decided to police that area because the place is quiet. They can easily kidnap people alone. Then that same Onigari was notorious for kidnapping and all that. Then there is also the four square area along this Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You know, that Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the bulk of it is in Ogun State territory. And we are seeing kidnappings happening on that road now. So then there is also Kenta, which is along Obafemi Awolowo, Obafe Old Express Road. That road links this four square. So you can actually use another route, you know, and come out around four square. Again, the road is bad, and criminals use it to kidnap people. Then there is also the Ogere area, I think Alapaku or something. That area, they talked about that area. Then around the interchange, the Shagamu interchange
area,
Straight Gate, there's a place called Straight Gate. That's also an area that they are focusing on. And then the Long Bridge. This Long Bridge was where a general was killed some years back. Everyone knows. If you're unlucky, you get caught in that area at night. Those boys will stab you, rob you, and run away. So it's proactive of the police commissioner in charge of Ogun State, Abiodun Alamotu, to have identified these areas, and the spokesperson, Motola Dutola, clearly listed those areas. It serves two purposes. It lets the people know that they will be protected.
They will be protected in
it
that
also
access.
gives you an idea of where where you don't have to go if you can avoid it. So this is the thing. So I'm happy with what they are doing, and I'm sure we'll be better protected during this festive period. Even the RRS in Lagos, they've also focused on that Long Bridge area. They go there in joint patrol, go there to try and secure that area, because the bad boys are many there. Under the bridge, they'll come out and just attack people. So,
but Double O, if you are to give your own final thoughts on this matter, what would you say as part of the security measures, what we can do individually? Because although the police has said, okay, these are the areas that they will man and ensure that, you know, everyone is protected, but individually, as responsible citizens,
Well,
what we can do.
As citizens also, you know, part of the thing we can do is that if you need to travel that way, don't go very early and don't go too late. In fact, for now, most journeys is don't go too early and don't go too late. Because when you go too early, you might run into them. When you go too late, you might run into them. Because in actual fact also is that when you go too late, if anything happens, your car may break down or something else might happen, and then you run into them. So for you, what we advise is don't go early, don't go too late. And also keep your vehicles in good condition, especially commercial vehicles.
Right.
Because most of them, they know their vehicle is not in top condition, but they still want to make quick money because of the volume of people or the number of people traveling. So we must also protect ourselves and help the police.
Right.
And then they also talked about IEDs that we should, the DSS warned against IEDs. So in places like the Northeast, where Boko Haram is still rearing its ugly head, people have to be careful. This is the time when they like to kill as many people as possible. So the DSS has said we should watch out for IEDs. We should generally be security conscious.
Right.